I'm going to show you how to change the rubber grips, the rubber parts, the seals on your Nikon cameras or your DSLR cameras for less than it would cost you to buy a round of drinks for a small group of your friends, like 4 of your friends, 3 of your friends, depends what bar you're in. But anyway, really cheap. We're going to change the rubbers for next to no money. Check it out. So this wonderful beast, this beautiful camera is my Nikon D700. You guys, if you've seen my previous videos, you know that I paid less than $150 for a full frame Nikon D700. Now the megapixels aren't that high. How it renders colors is amazing. So I picked up this camera as is, sight unseen, untested, from a guy that clearly found it in a box under somebody's stairs. And I bought it and it worked. The problem was when I purchased the Nikon D700 from this random on eBay, it had the worst rubber outers that I've ever seen. I tested the shutter count on this camera and it basically confirmed that this particular camera was around and took the image of Julius Caesar's death. That's how old this camera appeared to be. The side cover was off, no cover on the bottom. This hand grip on the right was falling off and it was awful. That having been said, I still took the camera on shoots. I took it with me this past weekend, to Los Angeles to visit some friends, and took this camera in my hand luggage, took a lot of pictures. I was around a horse farm, I was around rugged terrain, took it hiking. With the rubbers hanging off and loose, I just take them down. That having been said, when I got back, the rubbers that I ordered had arrived from China. They were $16. They took about 2 weeks to get here. And so I just removed and replaced the rubbers. A quick review on what do I think of these particular aftermarket OEM, not Nikon original rubbers. They're absolutely fine. The cover on the left fits snug. The hand grip on the right feels as it should. It's still got the red bit there. It even has an FX logo on the bottom, as you might see on the original grips. And for my particular camera that I purchased, the bottom cover was missing, and so I replaced that as well. All of those things add to the weather sealing and the weatherproofing of your cameras. You guys, if you own a digital camera and you're going to plan on taking it out in the elements, in the rain, hiking, whatever you do, even though this D700 weighs about 16 tons, it doesn't. It's just really heavy. You need to make sure that the rubbers are fitted and that they're correctly seated, just to add that extra bit of protection. Now, we know that underneath the rubbers, this camera should be weather sealed anyway, but you don't want to test it, you guys. You want to make sure that you do it right. So have a look. This is me doing the thing, but have a little look. Easy peasy, $16. Check it out. Part 1 then is to remove stuff. These Peak Design hubs need to come off. Just take them off so you've got some space. Batteries need to be removed as well. Get it out of the way to protect the camera. Now you also want to protect that sensor. So get a lens cap and pop that lens cap on to protect the sensor. Remember, you're going to be removing these rubbers with your hands, with screwdrivers, with anything you can remove them with. Anything which is old and perished and frayed. You can see these have seen better days. That's fine. This one here moves relatively easily. Just a gentle pull and off she comes. You see that residual adhesive there? That needs to be removed. It's super sticky and it's going to affect the new stuff. So all I do is get some alcohol, some hand sanitizer, put it in an old 35mm, use my old toothbrush, not the same one I use, and then just gently apply, and that's going to loosen that adhesive. Use a little cloth to remove the rest of that adhesive. If there's any left, you guys, get it off. Get a good cloth and really remove that adhesive. Just a gentle, blunt screwdriver just to remove some of the excess. And then once that's done, you're going to be good to clean it off. If you don't do this, the new stuff will not stick. You see, this is the hand grip. It is completely trashed, you guys, completely trashed. So just a gentle tug and off she comes. There's a little clip at the top, tiny little clip. So you have to give it a nice gentle pull off. See that clip there? That's the one that's kind of stuck. So make sure you remove that gently, not to damage the camera. I use a
blade here to remove some of the excess glue that somebody else put on there. Just a nice gentle scrape off. Be careful not to cut yourself, you guys, but that needs to come off also. And just remove all those little excess aged bits, and you can see underneath it's pretty good condition. I clean everything now. I just use some alcohol and just give it a wipe. Store everything out the way so I know what I'm dealing with. And then this side, those are the protectors for the ports. I make sure I move those out of the way. Now I'm able to remove that residual piece of rubber underneath. It comes off relatively easily, and you can see the FX logo is going to come off at the bottom. And again, using my blade to remove some of the excess ancient chronic adhesive. And there you go. She's looking pretty good, you guys. I'm pretty happy with that. Nice and easy job. Got it off, cleaned underneath, made sure not to use excess alcohol. Do not get anything wet. And look at that old school FX logo. I'm going to keep that. I'll put it somewhere. I've got a new one for now. This end cap, you have to take these two screws out to remove the end cap. So pretty straightforward. This is the good part, you guys. Let's put on the new grips. Okay, this is the part we all love. Sticky adhesive. So that is double-sided sticky, and I put adhesive underneath there as well. Just press and hold. Little bit of pressure there is going to be your friend. I use the backside of these tiny screwdrivers just to plug that in, and then just make sure that's nice and snug. Obviously double-sided, and then underneath there's adhesive also. Look at it. Wipe off the residual with an alcohol wipe. The bottom one just fits on nice and easy, and then the side one, you have to poke it in the gap, and then you replace those screws. Remember, I was talking about those screws, so don't lose them, you guys. You know, hand tight, and then that's good to go. 2 screws, and you're in for the win. You see, nice and easy with these tiny screwdrivers. I got that on eBay. This is the new side. You can see that peel and stick location there. A little fiddly, but you can get it. Just pull nice and gently. Make sure that double-sided sticky tape stays on. Adhesive, just nice and gently with the adhesive. Don't overdo it, you guys. Nice and gently with this adhesive. Get that in all the nooks and crannies, and then you're ready to just press home that side grip that's going to protect those ports also. Note that black adhesive is still in the port, so you need to get rid of that as well. I use a screwdriver to poke it in, and then just a little slice inside there, and I can still use that port. That side is good to go. That took me a couple of minutes, a little fiddly, but pretty good. And then this one, again, really easy. Terrible camera work, I'm sorry, but basically just fit it in, just hold it, push it in, it clicks into place and seats nicely in there. You can see some excess adhesive that I just wipe off, and there she goes, you guys. Nice and clean, fits. I'm quite happy with it. I mean, it's not original, it's OEM, but it still looks good. I wipe off some additional excess adhesive. I did leak a little bit on the corner, but I don't really care. This is my camera. I'm not trying to sell it. I'm just trying to protect it. All in all, the job took about 15 minutes. And there she goes. Nice and clean. Good for shoots.
So a quick fire lesson on how to repair and replace those rubbers. Listen, you guys, people sell these old school cameras all the time because they're sticky. This particular Leica cost me about $5 on eBay. I bought it because it was absolutely trashed. It was covered in gunk. I literally paid $5 and cleaned it with some alcohol, and it works 100%. I mean, yeah, it's a dead stock camera for sure. I understand that, but I have like 15, 20 rolls of those 40 exposure 35mm film rolls that go into this camera, and I absolutely love them. So that's a bargain. Another example, this Canon EOS 20D. Yeah, it's an old school digicam, but it was super, super sticky, and they gave me it for like $8 on eBay because they weren't 100% happy. Replace the rubbers, boom, beautiful. Another example, you guys, D70S. I buy these all the time on KEH.com because the rubbers often get sticky, so they let you have them for no money. Buy the $15, $17, $18 rubbers, replace them on your camera, follow that video, and save money. Thanks for sticking around. I hope I'm saving you money. I hope you're not buying excess stuff. I hope you're buying cheaper stuff and repairing it. Remember, you don't need to spend the earth, you guys. Save your money. Spend your money on travel, on experiences, on things that are worth photographing, on memories that are worth keeping. Save that money. Work on your own gear and enjoy yourself. I'm going to see you on the next one. Take care, you guys.